Hello there guys, welcome back to the channel. Listen guys, last night at the bridge wasn't just another London derby. That was a statement performance because Chelsea didn't just compete against Arsenal. Chelsea neutralized, controlled and outworked them. There was no chaos, no panic, no soft moment, just pure structure, discipline and total belief in the system. So today, we're going to break down how Chelsea shut down Arsenal, the master plan from Enzo Maresca, and giving flowers to warriors like Reece James, Trevor Chalobah, Wesley Fofana, and the engine room that ran the entire match. Let's get into it. So I'm going to quickly give you guys a recap of the lineup against Arsenal yesterday. And was Sanchez in goal, a back four of Gusto, Fofana, Chalobah, and Cucurella. And in midfield was Reece James, Masterclass, and Enzo Fernández playing as the 10. And in attack it was Esteban Willian, Pedro Neto, and João Pedro as the front three. And I'm going to start by giving special mention to Enzo Maresca. Last season, we could see that he was still learning. He's still learning on the job, okay? But last season, we can see that he was still trying to get his style, his players to understand his style of play and what he wants from each and every player. But this season, man has grown from the coach of last season to a different person entirely. This is someone who is 3 years as a coach in a club of Chelsea status and outperformed Mikel Arteta's Arsenal. Arteta who's been in Arsenal for nearly 8 years. I think this is his 6th year now. And for him to outperform Arteta and his team yesterday, it deserves flowers. It shows that the players are already understand quite a lot of what Maresca wants them to understand. It shows that the blueprint which Chelsea are building on and working on is starting to be obvious. What he did yesterday, shutting Arsenal down right from the blast of the whistle, even after the red card, showed that Maresca already knew his players. It wasn't a high-press chaos game. It was a control-first trap. Chelsea allowed Arsenal have armless possessions, passing sideways, and play sideways passes in midfield. They hold the ball they just held on to the ball without real penetration. But the moment Arsenal tried to play inside or progress centrally or even try to break lines, then the trap snapped. It was snapshot. You could see how Reece James, Moises Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez they crowded the midfield. The midfield triangle compressed spaces. Like one was screening, the other one was pressing, and the third one kept blocking passing lanes. Enzo was screening, Reece James pressed, Moises Caicedo kept blocking passing lanes. And that completely erased Arsenal's rhythm. They looked completely out of ideas by halftime. Enzo Maresca's plan choked the game. And Arsenal, they were completely out of ideas. And then let's talk about Reece James. Man, yesterday, Reece James was immense. And then Enzo Maresca came on yesterday after the game and said before he got introduced to the squad, he had contacted Reece James and sent him a video of where he wants Reece James, areas he wants Reece James to work on. And the midfield was part of it. He said before he joined Arsenal, before he joined Chelsea, that he saw Reece James play in the midfield. Reece James has played as a right back all his life. But for him to step up into the midfield yesterday and drop a performance like he did yesterday deserves flowers. And then I hear people compare Reece James to Julian Timber. Timber who? Reece James is the whole package. Did anyone see the way he was spreading passes? Inside foot, outside foot. The way he shut down Eberechi Eze, the way he went after Declan Rice, the way he forced Calafiori to get booked. Coming from someone who's played as a right back all his life. The way he controlled the tempo, converted pass, he covered passing lane, he protected the centre backs, dictated the play when the team pressed and when they dropped. It wasn't just a transition heavy role. It was like he was playing a quarterback role. And everything went through Reece James yesterday. Everything. Even when he was... Listen, the man, Reece James, even when Chelsea got... Caicedo got sent out, Reece James took it upon himself like he was on a mission to hunt down Arsenal. And if Estevao, Willian, and Joao Pedro had what they converted the chances early on, they probably will not even be talking about Arsenal anymore. There would have been more chaos in the Arsenal fans camp than it is now. I'm livid because even with 10-man Chelsea, Arsenal escaped. What would have happened if it was 11v11? Legends like Gabriel Agbolan are coming out to see and praise Chelsea, saying that if the match had ended 11v11, he reckons Chelsea would have won. And I agree with him because what we saw yesterday was utter dominance from Chelsea against Arsenal. The biggest takeaway for me is that when Reece James is at his best, Chelsea play at their best as well. And fans need to just stop being biased and call it what it is. Reece James is levels ahead of Julian Timber. He's the best right back, even in Europe. Take it from me. And this leads me to my third talking point. And it's about Chalobah's redemption. Chalobah deserves respect. Okay? We need to start giving him the respect he deserves. He was loaned out. It was written off. It was crowded out by transfers. Okay? It was hardly trusted 1 year ago, and now he steps into the biggest debut of the season and plays like a senior leader. A calm organizer, a no-nonsense defender. Every time Arsenal tried to isolate, Chalobah read early. He was blocking everything, cutting out the angles, neutralizing danger. And that's not just luck. He was the one who scored the header from a cross from Reece James. That's mentality. That's real mentality. And then you talk about Fofana's physical authority changing everything. Fofana's presence yesterday flipped the whole defensive psychology. Arsenal stopped running at Chelsea's back line. Why? Because every duel was met with power. Every through ball was attacked. Every aerial challenge was dominated. Fofana was there winning everything. And I hope to God that we can try as much as possible to keep Fofana fit, because he has even shown much improvement with his with the ball, on the ball. The way he uses the ball is showing more improvement. He's improved beyond what he used to be, and now he's now controlling his aggression. He is aggressive but controlled, in a controlled manner. The way he went after the way he went after Madueke just epitomized everything for me. You could literally see Arsenal's attackers hesitate when it comes to competing aerially. And that's when you know that a defender has won the mental battle. And then that leads me to my fifth talking point, which is Enzo Fernandez as the floating 10. It was immense yesterday. It deserves his flowers, man. He deserves so much respect. Remember when he joined Chelsea, a lot of the Chelsea fans base divided. So much divided because of Enzo Fernandez. Blasting him, slagging him off, calling him a waste of investment and all that. I hope you lot can see that Enzo Fernandez is a different class. Luckily for us, we have him, and he didn't hand in a transfer request and won't decide to go join Real Madrid, because Real Madrid have not stopped showing interest or looking around Enzo Fernandez. The way he manipulated the half spaces, the tempo, these guys, late box position. He didn't force the game, he just guided it. And that's elite football IQ. When Caicedo got sent off, he was still playing his role, attacking the ball or pressing where he needs to press, and then dropping deep to support Reece James and help the defense line. Did you see him go toe to toe against Raya, telling Raya off? Reece James is shy talking to players, and to me, it looks like he needs Enzo Fernandez to be the outspoken one, while Reece James leads by example, sacrificing himself on the field. Enzo Fernandez calls play out where he needs to call them. The defensive solidarity, even when Chelsea was reduced to 10 men. Chelsea considered a straight red card in the 38th minute. Moises Caicedo was sent off after VAR flagged a stirred-up challenge. And despite this, Arsenal were expected to dominate. They were only able to manage 8 shots on goal all games, and that's their lowest in a Premier League game since October 2024. Chelsea kept discipline, they stayed compact and did not let the red card shake their structure. And that's real resilience. It just showed that when the backline and the midfield commit together, even a player down, a well-organized Chelsea can shut down top attackers. And then we'll talk about the set piece and intelligence. Arsenal are the leading goal scorers when it comes in set piece stats, but Chelsea are not far off by 1 goal. And with 10 men Chelsea yesterday, Chelsea still ended up breaking Arsenal's defense from a set piece. And that goal meant that Arsenal had to chase the game, changing the expected dynamics. I'm just so proud of the boys, and I'm proud of the boys that they did a good job on Arsenal. You can only imagine what this team is going to look like when Enzo Maresca, fully knows his team beyond what he does now, and then the players as well already understands what every player understands what's expected of them. We still keep saying that Chelsea still lack experience and all that. Imagine a team lacking experience, yet still going toe to toe with Arsenal, an 11-man Arsenal team. Chelsea have shown that they can handle pressure even against the top of the table, against teams at the top of the table, and this boosts confidence for the upcoming fixtures. Maresca is showing tactical brilliance, and he's been doing that for the last few games now. A resilient backbone and if you as a rival club underestimate Chelsea now means you're underestimating a manager who can adapt. Maresca showed adaptation yesterday. He adapted to what the situation was. And then I have something to say because I'm not arguing about the fact that my Caicedo's red card isn't red card. I agree it's red card. Okay, but what about the red card that Bentancur was supposed to be it was supposed to be booked when Chelsea played against Tottenham? Why was that not called out and why was that not given as a red card? The problem I have with these officials and PGMOL is that when it comes to Chelsea, they are very fast to make a decision. But when it comes to other teams, no. They are so lackadaisical and they just let everything go. And they need to do better. They need to do better. And I'm going to wrap up with this, yeah? So at 10 men, with a red card halfway through, many expected collapse. Okay? Instead, the composure, the intelligence, the guts. Reece James coming out post-match and saying that, Trevor Chalobah coming out post-match and saying that when they went into the dressing room at halftime, Enzo Maresca only told them that togetherness was what was going to get them through the line. And you could see the old players fighting for every ball. When it comes to fighting for the ball, Chelsea were there. They were first to get to the ball. At some point, Declan Rice had to drop deep because there was no way for him. Okay, so Chelsea have shown that against top teams, they can go toe-to-toe and match them. My problem with Chelsea now is that can they replicate this even when we are facing middle table teams and bottom table teams? Because the moment we are able to do that week in, week out, then it only means that we are ready to challenge. One side of me feels like Chelsea are already challenging for the title, but we're not going to say anything yet until, like what Maresca says, when we get to February, March, then we'll be able to assess the whole situation and see where Chelsea is at. And I agree with him 100%. Okay, but I just hope that this display that Chelsea dropped yesterday will boost them and give them enough confidence to be able to go and grab any game, go into any match, and with the confidence and believe that they can match virtually any team in the league and in Europe. So that's it for now. That's everything that I have, and this is my 6th talking point. Do you think Chelsea's performance yesterday night changed how we should view Chelsea in the title race? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Okay, and don't forget to subscribe, share, and like this video. Sharing this video is what's gonna help this community grow. And I really want to hear from you guys in the comments. So don't forget to drop your Chelsea will now take on Leeds on Wednesday night. I'll be here to give you guys my match preview tomorrow for that. And if there's any other news that comes up before then, Chelsea now drop the consequence, or now Chelsea now drops to third position, 1 point behind Manchester City, who won their game against Leeds, and still 6 points behind Arsenal, who are still top of the table. And that's basically it. Liverpool finally won their game against finally won the game. They won a game against West Ham United, and Newcastle dismantled Everton in their match. And what else is there? I think that's basically everything that I can think of right now. If there's any other thing that comes up between now and tomorrow, I'll be here to share with you guys. And until then, it's Chelsea first, rivals next. Peace.